would kill the emperor.
Hej folkens.
Isengrim III had begun well, but
Jeg startede lige efter.
mad. He was trying to invoke the lost gods by means of dark, blasphemous rituals. That was a secret. But the victims had spoken to Reynardo. The ghosts had spoken. No anger. Reynardo could not afford anger. It was empowering the crystal in his sword. That made him stronger, but it clouded his mind. He would not be a hero. A hero strives.
Jeg havde jo level 3'eren.
Reynardo would just be one with everything. The emperor would die, and the wheel would turn, and all would be restored without rancor, without sorrow, without pain.
Nå, men så skulle vi ikke have noget i. Kunne vi ikke gøre mere? For der var bare blevet level 3. Så der er ikke så meget der. Og det er jo den sidste del. Og ja, om den bliver sværere, eller... Jeg ved det ikke. Om jeg kan klare den på en gang. Ingen anelse. Og jeg har mit ildsværd på. Og vi kan måske komme igennem nogle flere døre, vi ikke plejer at kunne. Og nu kan jeg ikke huske, hvad episode, og det er episode 3 i hvert fald. 2, 3, 3. Men del hvad? Det kan jeg ikke huske. Det kan I se. Nu er vi heroppe og se, hvad der er heroppe. En kisle. Kan jeg vide, om der er nogen over den? Nej. Vi vil gerne have nogle over. Så skal vi ombord på skibet. Ikke nu, ikke nu. Kom så. Vi flyver også meget tæt på kanten, synes jeg. Der er noget lige. Og der er ikke rigtig noget ombord. Der kommer lige et skib mere.
He was sort of yanking his own chain, wasn't he?
Og så kommer fjenderne vel. Nej. Nu flyver vi videre, skulle jeg til at sige. Det gør vi vel. Det er flyvende skib. Det er så man flyver videre eller sejler videre.
But the more he thought about it, and he had so much more time to think about it now that he was not worrying about the battle, killing the Emperor would not change anything. Another would take his place. Perhaps Zenobia. Perhaps the Speaker of the Rebel Council, and power would corrupt them too, and death would make grief, and grief would lead to hatred. He must lead by example. Reject the violence. Reject the desire to create.
Sådan gør man det.
But how?
Det gik ret godt. Brugt intet. Fuld liv, fuld power. Men det kan også være, at vi får brug for det.
Good thing Reynardo didn't have vertigo.
Er der dumme af mig? At bruge min kraft. Og grund til at dumme mig, det er fordi jeg brugte min kraft på en dem der springer i luften. Så sprang den i luften. Så udover at bruge lidt energi, så mistede jeg også liv af det. Det var tæt på. Og den der timing er i orden. Vi flyver videre. Op på det flyvende skib. Sejlende skib, det er flot.
Soon he'd confront the Emperor. Again. This time, he'd make an end of him. He'd screwed up last time, but he had a good feeling about this time.
Rigtig god følelse. Sådan der. Nu gør man det, folkens. Ej, jeg har også en god sten i. Det hjælper altså lidt. Skal vi lige se, om der er noget rundt omkring. Sådan. Lad os komme ind.
Finally, he came to the Emperor's ship. The path behind him was strewn with dead ravens. The path to enlightenment. His mistake, he realized, was trying to change the world. The world would spin and the wheel would revolve whether he strove against it or not. What he had to do was nothing. He had attained enlightenment. He sat down, adopted a full lotus position, and began to meditate. And all around him, the warriors stopped fighting too. They knew. They could feel his enlightenment. They gave up fighting, dropped their weapons, and became his disciples. No, just kidding. The nearest raven stabbed him with a sword and then chopped off his head. I might not have thought this through properly. Thought Renato's head as it rolled around the deck and died.
Ja, som om det skulle lykkes den her gang.
Just like that, he was alive again, and back on the Farfarer, still fleeing burning Ubar. The book was still open before him. So, the book was a portal. It took you to the future, when your destinies would branch. He had failed and died 3 times, but he'd learned another true thing. The Iblis Stone was evil. It would try to corrupt anyone who used it.
Ja, det kan vi se nu, det er, at han nu har 2 står her, og en står hernede ved stenen. Og det ser ud som om, hvis jeg har en i hver, så låser jeg måske op for den her. Så det er noget med den der kanin, og så noget med dødstjernen, kan jeg se. Fordi de 2 gange er noget med hende. Det må vi se, om vi kan ramme en anden gang.
But he was starting to feel like he was getting the hang of this. There was a way through to victory. He could feel it. He just had to keep running the path of destinies. With that, the book fluttered back to the beginning, and he fell into it. The clouds parted over the Isles of Boreas. It was time to choose. The rebellion was in trouble. Ravens were scouting for the secret rebel base. They needed a game changer. Pieces of the Sky Ripper had surfaced. Or so a scholar in the mountains had told him. Surely the weapon that banished the lost gods could defeat the Emperor. Also, a temple had risen out of empty desert. The Iblis Stone was hidden there. It was a dangerous artifact. It could corrupt its user into a bloodthirsty monster. Maybe he could find a way to use it, to take its power without surrendering to its wickedness. On the other hand, his old friend Lapino needed rescuing. Lapino was no game changer.
Så nok en med Lapino, en med dødstjernen.
Leave an old friend to the Ravens.
Men at lige ramme den rigtige kombi, det kan være, at det tager 2 gange, så er vi færdige. Det kan også være, at det tager 20. Det ved man aldrig. Men folkens, skal I have det godt derude, og så vil jeg lige sige, kommenter lige endelig, hvad I har lyst til at se, og hvad der skal mere til. Fordi hvis vi ligger nede på de der, nu har jeg jo ikke set de her omgang med den sidste episode, der lå den meget lav i views, og så gider jeg sgu ikke mere, hvis den ikke kommer lidt op. Nu må vi se, om den er kommet lidt højere op den her gang. Jeg kan godt lide at lave YouTube-videoer, jeg synes det er meget spændende. Men jeg gider ikke, hvis der ikke er nogen, der ser det. Så kan jeg det spille selv. Men kommenter lige, hvad I synes, og hvordan man ledes. Hvad skal der til, for at der får flere views, tror I? Kan I have det godt derude? Hej YouTube.